Well, morning internet people or YouTubers out there who watch and produce. What's going on, guys? 7:20 in the morning West Coast time. In the morning, I'm not even alive or awake yet for this one. It's January 16th, 2024. By now, you guys have probably already got notifications about things happening and people going nuts left and right. We already had an election cycle kick us. Caucus happening in Iowa, and insanity ruled supreme. But this one's going to be addressed to those who are living in my territory, and specifically in the area that I reside in. Yeah, you know who you are. Paperwork's due. I'm trying to find out whether or not if we have to personally deliver it to her, or can we leave it right where we always leave it. Well, definitely not in a trash can, that's for sure. And you're probably wondering, how come I haven't been a good neighbor all these times? I'm a private dude. I'm a private dude. Sometimes when I will go outside and talk to other people, I'm getting out of my own damn self at that point over there, but I'm still a private dude. And these days I'm dealing with a nut job dog that I'm focused more on because she's got me worried. She's 20, 21, I think, pushing it. She's already got dementia right now. She's got all the classic signs. I was researching it. Still haven't heard from the damn vet. Looks like I got to talk to her again. And they're probably going to want me to bring the dog over. God, I hate this. I really do. If they're going to start telling me that I need to put my dog down, I'm going to hate them even further at this point. But I don't want to happen another situation where one of my best friends, my four-legged best friends, had to suffer through a condition that I had no way of fixing or taking the dog to the vet and I had to wait for money during that time. If we had known now back then, little boy could have had a better life, but he didn't. Or could have ended his suffering. My problem is my dog's not suffering. At least not I'm seeing anyway. She'll get antsy. She'll get running around like crazy. And I'm afraid of losing her to the streets. I'm talking to a neighbor of mine on this channel here specifically. You've seen how some of the other dogs get loose and how bad the traffic is along Roseman Boulevard. Even in this morning. My dog's still sleeping right now in the bedroom. I'm worried about her getting loose and becoming a roadkill. It scares me. It scares me. I've seen, what was it, several years ago, before David passed, my big brother. One dog got loose. There was this dog running around by one of our neighbors who used to live here in the A building over here, and she always let loose the dog, and the dog also came back. But we always kept telling this neighbor, leash the damn dog, you're going to be losing the damn dog. Never kept saying, it's God's will, it's God's will. The next thing we see at this point, no, the next thing I hear, and damn near saw it myself, screeching of the brakes, and then the vehicle racing off. His name was Mojo. Scrappy looking mutt. Beige, brown spots. He'd bark at people left and right. He wouldn't bite on them, he'd just bark at them. His way of playing, I guess. The people didn't like him all that much, but some people probably tolerated his ass. But that damn dog. I guess nobody cared about Mojo. Nobody cared about that dog. Not even the neighbor who owned him. Says, "Oh well, God took him." It's like you. Oh man, believe me, there was a lot of things ungentlemanly I was thinking to throw at this woman. And saying, God, it's your call, not mine. And what pissed me off even further is nobody mourned that dog. I shouldn't have been the only schmuck in there to cry my eyeballs out. My brother couldn't even figure him out. I'd seen death too many times in my life. Death changes a person left and right. Makes them appreciate a few things here and there, but also be wary and be closed off. Feeling that much pain, that much agony. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts a great deal. Seeing what happened to this dog hurt a great deal. Because somehow I admired and liked that dog. And if I had that dog for a pet, I'd leash him, but he'd be my dog. I'd care for him. I guess I was the only one who mourned his ass. And thinking about it from time to time does hurt. So, me taking care of my dog for this particular semester, and I don't know, I just had the thought before semester started this this term, this month, that I had to stay home and keep an eye on my dog. I know, it just came to me as a feeling. Kept kicking myself in the ass for not going back to college. I was getting into it again. And all four like me, starting up the seventh or eighth year, two classes at a time. Sometimes time off taken because of human emotions and a screwed up head. And it hurt like hell when I lost family. Didn't matter if it came two-legged or four-legged. I dealt with death all my life. I'm going to be turning 58 in a few weeks. And I got to deal with an anniversary of Mama. Between February 1st and the 19th is the time when her body was dying. Ma lingered around just enough to get for us to do arrangements somehow, but she didn't hold on long enough. Her body expired after David signed the paperwork. My brother wouldn't feel. My brother held it off. He was trying to find other people online to associate with and somehow be the surrogate mother. He was first born. He knew Ma 8 years longer than I had. I heard him a great deal, and he couldn't deal with it. He could not deal with it at all. I was a baby. David at least had time in his life in certain spots that he actually left and came back home. I never left Ma's side. We both grieved, we both mourned, but we didn't cry as much as I thought we should. We found other ways, other things to hide our pain. We had to hold it off. Try to be strong for each other. That's what we were raised to be, is be strong for each other and support the family. You take care of it no matter what. The other family that we had, that other bloodline, didn't stick to that thought. We never did have a funeral or memorial services. My brother and I decided a living memorial would have been better. We talk about it from time to time, but not as much. It was too damn hard on both of us for dealing with Ma's death. We lost another friend of ours who was a surrogate mother and best friend to us. As I said before, we lost a dog in the process. And then Big Brother had to take it. 2018. They took the hand of the Grim Reaper. Escorted him off the damn ambulance while his corpse remained for me to have a conniption fit over. That was over 5 years ago for David. 5 years. I've been in this apartment for about 8 years, it seems, and I just lost track of time. I had 3 wonderful years in this apartment with David. And we survived, but we had a lot of times in this place that sure as hell didn't feel like it. And in dealing with his issues of him trying to deal with his grieving by getting trapped in a situation where he shouldn't have been. Uh, Long stories and other videos I've done on this one. It's hard as hell to deal with. My brother meant the world to me. It's like tearing a piece of our soul out. You know? Having to deal with being the Humpty Dumpty man. I've been broken so many damn times I don't even have enough glue, duct tape, or any other adhesive to hold my pieces together. Not in here. Sure as hell not in here. But I have to start seeing a therapist for the damn shit. I'm in trouble. It's bad enough I keep talking about my pain and memories and everything else on video. Just to get the shit out. Just to tell people what happened. This is the diary of me. This is the diary of what I'm going through. Some things I encounter, other things I hadn't. Other things I talked about because I thought they're important. And other things I've walked, and I didn't like walking the damn path of being friends with the damn Grim Reaper. Yeah, I've been through the process myself as a kid. I talked about that in my videos. And it was terrifying. It was terrifying. So yeah, I know death. I'm not fond of death, but I know death. That's why I was never the kind of guy that people would like to hang around with, but they did. I don't know if they actually had a death wish or not. I wasn't a death worshiper either, but I was a guy who was hiding from everything, including from myself, my own feelings, and everybody else. That's why I'm isolated. That's why I'll talk to people, and then I have the urgent need of getting the hell away because I've talked too much, and that was enough human interaction, and I gotta go somewhere else, do something else, because I'm hurting again. There's only so much I can deal with outside the confines. And inside the confines, it's also where I cry my eyeballs out. And I have to deal and I have to cope with the memories. You know, I thought that when I was seeing images of theatrical and commercial or something else about how people would be dealing with their grieving, I had hidden mine so well when I was growing up and turning into a teenager to an adult, dealing with death all the damn time, that, you know, it's a natural thing. But I really didn't understand about how much it would tear apart your heart and soul, and until actually when you have those people tearing apart, then you realize how much I had been through it. And then the pain hits, and then it keeps hitting, and then the waves kick in, the memories kick in, and more waves of the pain kick in. Some days I'm functioning, and other days I'm a wreck. There have been some days, probably if you were right over here or outside the window, sometimes in the morning or sometimes late at night, you'd hear the crying, or maybe during the daytime, because I'd get triggered that heavily. There are triggers out there that I encounter all the time, out there and inside. It doesn't matter where I go. It doesn't matter if I do a geographic at this point. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. The triggers hit, the triggers hit. So how the hell am I supposed to be able to deal with this? And I can't tell you. Honest to God, I don't have something to tell you about this. I don't. I can't tell you why I hide. I can't tell you why I do the things I do. Except I know I'm wrapped up with the pain. I'm supposed to be brave. I'm supposed to be a man. I'm supposed to be someone else's expectations of what I'm supposed to be. And the problem is I'm still a scared little boy who's still tearing his ass apart because he misses his family too damn much. Big brother who was a support last time. We had to hold on to each other left and right after Ma died. So other people clutch on inanimate objects for comfort and support. I've got a dog that's dying on me slowly, and I can't help her out. I can't help her. I could take her to the vet and probably do the last act on her, but I'm trying to make sure that she has a comfortable life right now as it is. She does stuff on the floor. I'm ready to clean it up. Got pads all over the damn place. So she knows where to do it. All I got to do is clean it up. She can't get it out done outside. She'll get it done in here. She gets triggered outside more than she does in here. She'll romp and play around thinking she's still a kid and she's an old fart of a dog. This is my life. You know, people may not like it, people may not understand it, but you're not in my shoes. You're not in my lifetime right now. You're not here. And if you had been here, maybe you would understand maybe just a fraction of it, of how a griever goes through the process. Other people have to hide and put on moleskin on their souls to battle their way emotionally and physically through this damn thing. This hasn't been the easiest thing to go through when you love someone that much and made an emotional commitment, when you've put that much investment into that person one way or another. Could have been your best friend, could have been a big brother, could have been a dog or pet or partner. Even those on work in service industries, law enforcement and rescue, they know about that one. They try to put away the armband, but sometimes it gets to them. They're human. They're supposed to be. But in certain jobs, we have to keep shoving the pain aside so we can keep functioning. So it gets harder and harder for me to look at damn funerals these days. It's not that I'm getting closer to the damn thing. It's a reminder of how many people I've lost and how much they meant to me. Talking about them is also a trigger. I know it's called catharsis, but the thing is, I still talk about them and I still tear myself apart over it. There's a word out there. It's also one of those major triggers that has this effect. It's called family. Holidays, anniversaries, anniversaries of a birth, anniversaries of a death. Hardest damn things to go through because I'm reminded that they're no longer here for me to celebrate them. So if I have to celebrate them in spirit, I'll have to. And that still hurts like hell because they're not here for me to celebrate with them. And there had been times I kept thinking about doing a final step myself just to get rid of the damn pain. It scares me that I'm starting to think that way. It's scaring the hell out of me that that damn shit is coming up. But there's so much fear factor involved in the damn thing instead of just trying to enjoy the rest of the day, though. When I'm not thinking about it, when I'm not triggered about it, when I'm not feeling or going through it, I'm actually able to function and take care of a few things. Depression doesn't bother me. The grieving and the anxiety doesn't bother me. The anger doesn't bother me. I'm focused. Usually when I'm going through college, so some of the courses, even after my brother's passing, I was feeling it. I was saying to myself, I was doing this for my brother. I was doing this for my brother. Because I made a promise to him and I made a promise to Ma. That I was going to complete college. I kicked myself in the ass this particular semester because I was ready to go for it. And I couldn't this year. Not until fall. And if my mama is still alive during that time and not dying, or maybe she is, but I'll still have to deal with that when it comes. I've already missed this particular term, so now I gotta wait until August and then start up again. But I'm willing for it. I want to. I have to last that long for it. Several months. Which means during that time, I'm going to be crying my eyeballs out, worrying about my dog, whether or not she's going to be living or not, and whether or not I'm going to be actually surviving or not. But this is how my life is right now. And to those people in this complex that watch the tube and watch this channel, I'm sorry I haven't been such a good neighbor. I'm sorry I hadn't been there for you guys. Wish I could. I want to. Way to get out of myself. By carrying my own bag with me inside. My own damn rock, as you will. My own damn albatross. Seems like Coleridge had it right when his story of the Raymond Ancient Mariner came out. I'm more the mariner these days instead of the wedding guest. Because after going through the stuff I've gone through, I've got too many damn albatrosses around my neck that I can't get rid of. Alright, let's try to support the earth on his shoulders, or the other poor schmuck that kept trying to roll a stone up a hill and watch the damn thing go down again back into the valley, and then he's got to push the damn thing up because he's eternally committed to this damn thing. His torment, his punishment. But what would be the punishment for him? What was the crime? Living, surviving. Being the guy with the memories and storyteller, talking about the life and history of my family, of experiences happened, of memories that matter the most. Dealing with people with their anger issues and their frustrations and their own damn psychosis. Some people actually do relate to, and other people I probably don't. I wish I could tell people this entirety. I wish I could tell them the entire story there. But they apparently have a short attention span, so this will have to do. I'm in the United Park Apartments, guys. You see me with the guy with the vest and the dog sometimes, or just guy with the vest. That's me. That's me. So this morning, I deal, I cope. I survive, I move on. I know I've been triggered. It's only going to take something innocuous to get me going, and then here comes the waterworks. And there goes the prayers up the stairs. Anyway, I had to tell that, I had to say that off my chest. So to my neighbor friends in this apartment complex, this is what I'm going through. I'm dealing, I'm coping, I'm surviving. And I'm dealing with the damn roach war that never ends. Been over a year already. This apartment is never going to get rid of it. And this complex is never going to get rid of him. Deal, cope, move on. Yeah, emotionally move on, not physically yet.